Welcome everybody to our live stream in the Twin Flames Universe Open Forum. I'm Lacey, and I'm joined by other Ascension coaches, Twin Flames, all very experienced students of the Teachings of Union. And today we're here to talk about how the Divine Masculine feels. Like, what's he going through on the Twin Flame journey? So as we're talking, what we really want from you is to ask us a question. Like, feel free to pipe on up in the comments and ask those questions that are coming up and have a real-time response here. So we will get to your question whether you're watching it live with us or later on. So please comment away. So I'm Lacey. I'm a Master Certified Ascension Coach with Twin Flames Universe. I've been a student of the work for about 4 years now, a little over 4 years. I have grown tremendously as a result of practicing the teachings of union. And my twin flame and I are on a path to stabilizing our union and grounding because of this work. And I don't think we could have, I know we couldn't have done it without Jeff and Shalia. So that's me, and I'll let the other coaches introduce themselves. Let's have maybe Kieran next.
Yeah, hi, I'm Kieran, and I'm a coach and in Twin Flame Universe, and also I'm Divine Masculine. And just welcome. And if you have any questions, just don't hesitate, ask in the comment. We're here to answer everything that you want to know.
Thanks, Kieran. Let's hear from Christine.
Hello, everyone. My name is Christine. I'm a certified ascension coach, and I've been in union with my divine masculine, my twin flame, for almost 3 years now as a result of this work. And yeah, as Lisa shared, none of this would be possible without this work, without Jeff and Shalia and the teaching. So really happy to be sharing this with you tonight.
Thank you.
Hello. Yes. Hi, my name is Lydia. I'm an ascension coach. I have been a student of Jeff and Shalia since day one. It's been now like 5 years, and I'm very happy to be here and answer any questions and share on this wonderful topic. So I'm looking forward to, sharing with you myself today.
Thank you. It's so nice to have everybody here. And Kieran, is there anybody that we can say hello to that are watching live with us?
Yeah, we have like Priscilla, Gabrielle Luna, say hello. Christina Serrano, say hello to you, Lizzie. And we're at Christy Perry, and there's, yes, some other people there. Oh, and
Great.
Sandra Susanna Silva, hi.
Oh, nice. Very cool. I see some new Twin Flame Ascension School students there that recently joined. So welcome. So why don't we go ahead and kick off the topic, which is how the divine masculine feels. And you may notice as you're watching that there's 3 divine feminines here and only 1 divine masculine in this video. And we can answer those questions, all of us, not just the divine masculine. So there's a reason that there are 3 divine feminines here. And how I was going to start is to just kind of share something that Jeff and Shalia pointed out in Twin Flame Ascension School, which is at the time of the recording, there were the majority of the Twin Flame Ascension School students were feminine, and that is okay. It was just how consciousness was kind of approaching the work, and the feminine was more interested in relationships, and that's why there were more feminines that approached the school first. But as time grew on and everyone started healing, there were more and more masculines that came to the work. So the truth is, like, because you're one with your twin flame, only one twin flame needs to come to Twin Flame Ascension School from the get-go. And your twin flame will choose as one with you, and as you deepen in the work, they will too. But we wanted to kind of talk about, some of you who are in the experience of separation, like you're experiencing separation from your twin flame in the physical, you are asking yourself like, okay, what's my masculine partner thinking? Like, what are they doing right? What do they think about me? I think that's like the bigger question there is like, what are they thinking about me and what are they doing and how do they feel about me and how do they feel in general? So those are some questions that we're going to talk about today. And I wanted to open the floor to Kieran, Christine, and Lydia and just kind of ask you, when we decided on the topic, what were some things that crossed your mind? Lydia,
I'll
are you
go.
talking? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear you for a sec. Cool.
Yeah, first I was like, okay, so what is the divine masculine thinking? That is everyone, because as females, we want our divine masculines to save us. And it's almost like this feeling like he's a provider, he is a leader, and he's forgetting about me, and I'm not getting any attention or any love. And what came to mind to me was just this thought of like what they're really doing is they're loving you. They are they're showing that you can be your own hero, and they're showing you exactly the places where you need to heal and love yourself, so you're able to thrive. And once you're able to do that, then they naturally are magnetized to you and meet you in that place. So it's wonderful because you can't constantly wait outside of you, just for someone to always love you. Like you'll be waiting forever for that reassurance. So pretty much like the work helps you help yourself in a way that you do have the tools to love yourself regardless of what the divine masculine is showing you. And you can heal that upset, and he's right there by your side when the time comes. So, in this place of like how he's feeling exactly how you're feeling about yourself. I experience this all the time in my union with Dino. Like his love is always right there by my side, but he's always like not responding or holding space for me just perfectly for me to like, find a way to love myself. So now that I have that way to love myself, I'm able to do it so effortlessly and not need him regardless of, when he shows up. Yeah. So that's what I had to say about that.
Thanks, Lydia.
No problem. For some reason, I can't unmute myself, but I'm figuring it out.
Yeah, so I feel like I have the next piece. The topic reminded me of the conversations I've had with my twin flame, because ever since we came into union, I always kept asking him, like, how did you feel at that time? What did you think when I said this to you? So it's been really interesting seeing how he's been thinking and feeling. And what I discovered was that he had very similar feelings and thoughts to mine at the same time. Maybe not to the second, right? But like they were very similar in general. So for example, we met before I had my false twin flame experience. And at the time, I was not aware of who I was. That's why I manifested that experience. So my true twin flame wasn't aware of me either, because I was not aware of myself, of who I was, of how I could love myself. And as soon as I got really clear on who I was and I discovered myself, instantly he also got the awareness that, hey, something's going on with this person. And he immediately got interested as a result of that. So yeah, it's been really interesting to experience this oneness, because we do say it a lot in the community, like the divine masculine and the divine feminine are one, but it's been so interesting to really see it in action.
That's right. So I think probably a lot of you who are watching are like, there's a divine masculine here.
kind of what you want to
They're
hear, but
waiting. They're waiting to hear from you. Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So go
Well,
for it, Kieran.
I can share my experience, but like I will not make a generality of it because I'm autistic too, and I'm a divine masculine. So sometimes the difference between the two are like I don't really know. So when we came and we pick up the topic, for me, I was like, it's important because a lot of time you see that in the forum, people asking like, what my divine masculine is thinking, what they are doing, they are not talking to me, and all this blah blah thing. It just remind me in my union because I'm in Harmonious Union now for like 3 years. I'm married, I'm living with her, and we're still healing there, like so time to time. So it's better, but at the beginning, she was coming to me and she was like, how say that, wanted something from me because that says the pattern that she has to heal in relationship and that she kind of wanted something from me. And for me, I never really had this type of relationship with people, so for me it was really like, I don't want to give you that, like it's just like no. And it was kind of turning into a dramatic thing kind of, so we kind of like try starting to like like talk a lot, like scream, like all this kind of like mess is happening. And it's just that for her, it was about that she was saying thing like that, like, oh, I don't want to love her. I don't want to love her as she need, or like, I don't want to give her what she need. But like for me, I totally don't see it. It didn't saw that at all. Like it was totally like, I didn't perceive that. For me, I was healing my part of that. And my part at this time was like, I was feeling a pressure and kind of harassed because I wanted peace. I wanted to be alone with myself, and she was kind of harassing me, like, give me something, this kind of thing. So I was, and I didn't focus on what she was healing. I didn't focus on her at all. And this time I learned, after months of working on healing, I learned that I just need to kind of give up that, go in my room and like just feel my feeling and heal myself, because every single time the upset for me was always stuff about myself, that I was not, for example, giving myself time to feel my feeling, to do what I really wanted to do, and I was always giving too much in the relationship. And that's where the fight happened, is when I was not really listening to myself, but I'm used to give in the relationship. And so I was kind of giving automatically, even if I didn't want it, or if I didn't feel to. So that's where the fight happened. So, when I was healing that, at the same time, she was healing her part, which was totally a different experience. But it was the same core block. It was like we was not loving ourselves, really. We are like kind of trying to find love through someone else, through something in the outside. So that's why it's really important that you really do the work for you, because that has nothing to do with your divine masculine. That has nothing to do with someone, with something. It's really about yourself. And I mean, through all my journey there, I saw it many, many times that every single time I had to heal something, well, she was healing at the same time her own part. So yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
have to say here.
Wonderful. And for those of you who are just coming into the Twin Flames Universe open forum and um, have either just started watching Twin Flame Ascension School or not, Kieran's Twin Flame is Stephanie, and you can see Stephanie in the Wednesday 7 p.m. classes. They're called Wednesday 7 p.m. because that's when they were recorded a bit ago. But they're recorded, so you can watch them whenever you want. You don't have to watch them on Wednesday at 7. But Stephanie, I met Stephanie first in New York City, and it's just such a pleasure to know both of you, and to play. Sometimes I play video games with both of you, and that's really nice. And I appreciate what you said about pressure, like the and I know that every person is an individual and unique. So some divine masculines will feel what you've shared and some won't. But I do have to share that my twin flame has communicated to me that he feels pressure and that he really wants to feel free. And so I my my challenge is to kind of, because I can be kind of I'm a teacher, and I'm like a mama bear energy, and So I have to like let go and focus on myself sometimes, and sometimes I forget. And the cool thing is, like, he will remind me. And it's more kind of like, yeah, just chill, right? Um, Sometimes there are different words used, but it's what you shared is like really helpful for me to hear too. Just so I don't have to take it personally, and I can just realize that like it's a place where I'm not loving myself, and I can go deeper and give myself attention. So many times I didn't know this, but I was like trying to get attention from Josh. Like I was, trying to get something and needy. And, you know, when I started giving that to myself, it seemed like that allowed him to have the freedom to work things out on his own and go through his own inner process. So yeah, that was really helpful. And I didn't see that for a long time. I have to admit that when I first came to Twin Flame Ascension School, I like could not see his perspective. I was just thinking about me and getting what I wanted. And I mean, you know, that's how I was. That's how I was thinking when I first joined the school. Um, and through doing the inner work, and especially through watching Twin Flame Ascension School, I learned like how to interact in my union, because the rules of a twin flame union follow different relationship rules. Like it's just different. So I appreciate what you shared. Cool. Does anybody else have anything to share? Lydia, I think you're unmuted, or you don't know how to mute yourself.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time. I don't know. It's for some reason at the bottom of my phone, I'm not able to see it, but I guess maybe I really need to share. um, so yeah, I mean, yeah, going back to what you were saying, I constantly do feel like the divine masculines are forever under the scrutiny of having to please the divine feminine. I feel that strongly, like in every area. And that's why the work is so helpful for us to take that power and use it towards helping the union thrive by loving ourselves and giving them the space to figure out their own stuff. And this way you can fast track into your harmonious union. um I mean, at the moment too, like my twin flame is really good at showing me his feelings where he's expressing himself more. That's another thing. When you learn to love yourself more, and not able to be as needy, they do express themselves on their own. It's a natural thing that happens when they can tell that you're growing and you're healing and you're feeling better and you're lighter and you're more like a butterfly, just like flying around. And yeah, you need a little bit of attention, but at the same time, like, why not? Like, it's also safe to be a feminine. And I watched it in a class today with Jeff and Shalia. She tells him what to do when he doesn't like it. That's a really good class. Where us as females, it's safe to be ourselves. That's another thing. I feel like we suppress our feelings a little bit just because we're afraid of the reaction of the divine masculine. But that's where they have to learn to also deal with the feminine energy. That's just how we are. That's how we're programmed. And I feel like more self-acceptance is required here for the feminines to just accept themselves. Like, yes, sometimes we're going to be a little bit moody, a little bit, we're going to yell a little bit. But when you do it from a place of self-acceptance, the divine masculine is always there. Like, that's another thing I'm learning with and my union is that whenever you ask for something or express yourself from a place of love, they don't deny you. They're always there. Their love is present. So it's safe to just kind of know where you're coming from, to just be aware of yourself. Then know that it will be reflected to you much better, more clear, much easier, and then the communication, everything gets better because they really do want to love us. The divine masculine is really like he wants to give, and you have to be ready to receive. That's what I find that the work really helps. And there's so many classes on this. Like, giving and receiving, like where you're over giving, where you're not letting the masculine give for you to be able to receive. So, going deep in deeper layers of this block that a lot of females have, being like, sometimes if you're a single mother and you're the masculine and the feminine in your family, you have to learn like how to step back and be the receiver. So this way that you can attract the divine masculine in your life to be able to give to you. So I really do hope that helps, because they really do want to be everything, because in the end, they are your ultimate lover. So, I do, yeah.
Good.
Yep.
If
Next,
I want, if I
second.
want just, if I can,
Please.
yeah, if I want to say something about what you say, Lydia, it's like it's very important because it's like what you say, like it's not that the divine masculine don't want to give, because that's insane, like it's just there is no sense that we don't want to give to our twin flame. It's just a lot of time that I want to give, but I just can't. Particularly when it's a twin flame relationship. With other relationship, you can still like push and still kind of give, kind of force it in some way and control it. But when it's your twin flame, like you can't, because there is absolutely, you have no energy, you have nothing at this place to give. So you can't just give. So it's not that your twin flame is not loving you, it's loving you perfectly by not giving you love, because that's the love you need to give to yourself. Like that's fundamental here.
Yeah, amen. Good point. So I have a couple of questions ahead of time, and if we don't mind, we can ask Kieran, but then anybody can chime in here. And then those of you who are watching, please type your question and we'll answer them, because we want to leave a lot of time for that. So anytime you have a question come up, just type it. You don't have to wait. But the first question is for you, Kieran, or even like Lydia and Christine, if you want to answer. But we'll start with Kieran. So, what does the divine masculine want the divine feminine to know about how they feel? Like, if you could tell, the divine feminine in general, like some trends you've noticed that might help them.
I think a point that is important is in what you were sharing before about freedom. I think it's very important for a masculine to feel freedom, because it's our place in the society. It's like more strong than a feminine, because feminine will be more like home presence there, if I can say it like that. But then when we're at home, we want still to feel free. And that's what you were saying, this thing that you were giving too much thing. That's not the place of the feminine to give too much here. The place of the feminine at home is just to hold the space and just to be there. Like that's enough. You don't need to give or do something specific. Because I saw that a lot of time, that Stephanie was upset because she was like, you don't give me what I need, you don't give me what I want, and I give you stuff and that. And I was like, I never asked you to give anything to me. And that's exactly the opposite. A lot of time I
Dasha
need to
said
set
that to me so
boundaries.
many times. I've never
Yeah.
asked you to give this to me.
Yeah, because like I always say that because she always like try to force me stuff on me. I need to set strong boundaries. Now it's better because we heal that more. But I had to set so strong boundaries because like I don't want that. I never asked for that. Like just forget me here. And I think that's important because it's just like I don't know where it come from. I'm not a feminine. I didn't have to heal that within me, but like it's like a society that push you and pressure you over giving and that, but that's not your place. Your place just to relax with yourself. That's enough, If you understand yourself and give to yourself, that's enough. That's how you attract stuff. It's not by giving things. Just uh, you can be safe in this world without embodying the divine masculine energy. So you don't need to kind of go there and try to give to be safe, to be seen, to have what you want. That's really not the way you should have. So that's why it's very important that just like feel safe and give that to yourself and give that love to yourself. Like if you think about giving that to your twin flame or to someone, well, stop yourself and instead give to yourself first.
Amen. Like, I can't agree more. Like, that was really profound what you shared. And I have some firsthand experience with that, just to tell a story. Spot on. So recently I started playing a video game called Dual Universe, and I play it with some friends here, Twin Flames Universe. Jeff and Shalia also play, and Josh got an account. He started playing, and it's a hard game. Like I mean hard, it's like there's a lot of technicalities. There's like a list of things that you have to learn, and it's a little complicated. And so because I had already learned the things, it took me a while. I was noticing, this is embarrassing. I'm just going to be transparent. I was like trying to help him. I was like, oh, but you do that there, and then you go here and you do that. And so I was like trying, it was like giving, but it was also, when I look back on it, like I was like taking away his ability to like figure it out on his own. And he was just like, go. So he ended up not playing anymore. And I learned a lesson. Like I learned like, hey, just like what you said, Kieran, like I was looking outwards outside myself at him doing the thing. And I wasn't actually present with my own feelings and ministering to my own needs. And I think, me being like over helpful probably was like cringy, like cringy energy, at least when I look back on it. I'm not judging myself. I'm just sharing like it's the energy, right? It's not who I am. But I did make a new choice, and it really helped me to see that thing you're talking about, this giving. One thing Shalia said, oh, where did she say it? Someone can help me out maybe. But she said, oh, it was in a TFAS class, that the feminine has been asked to open. Like she was sharing about her childhood, and I won't go into details because you can watch the class, but the feminine has been pressured to open and give from a young age. And it goes, from giving to people, like, give mommy and daddy a hug, and go give your, attention to grandma, grandpa, to, when you become an adult, like over giving. And so this kind of like, you, as a feminine, like what you were sharing here, and you can, instead of over giving, you can relax and just be in your own energy. Just be yourself. So that's what I wanted to share. Do we have any questions coming up?
No, people doesn't have question.
Okay. I would think like if I was watching, I'd be like, oh, I want to ask this burning question, you know.
About what you were sharing, I had exactly the same experience when I stopped playing Minecraft with Stephanie, with people in Twin Flame Universe. So when we were starting to play, I never really play Minecraft because I'm like, I don't really care about this game. But she played, and she learned to play by watching streaming for like months, years, and after she stopped playing. And then when I stopped playing, she was like, we were in the same room, and she was like, oh, you can do that, and you can do that, and that, and that. I was like, no, stop. Like, what the hell? What are you doing? Like, let me play. Like, silence, please. And I think I realized it's because for her it was so important to be supported when she stopped playing, that she wanted to provide this experience for me because I needed that, or I will be happy with that. But that's the thing, is like, I don't like it. For me, when I play a game, I like to play from scratch, like I know nothing about the game. That's more fun because I like that. I like to learn by myself. I also like sometimes to ask questions if I have something I want to figure out quickly, but otherwise, like, just let me alone play and that. But yeah, I think it's just important to not project what you want on the other person, because a lot of things I noticed with Stephanie, or like probably we all do that. I noticed with Stephanie because I'm living with her. So it's that we all kind of try to give to the other what we want to receive.
Yes.
It's kind of always. And that's like, just like before you try to give to someone, just like stop and think about that. Is it really the person that you want to serve, or is yourself here? Because if it's yourself, that's just, you're totally wrong there. It will never be received. You will be super upset. Everyone will be upset. So it's just like stop before it's escalating.
Yeah. I realized, and I actually told this to Josh, that I caught myself giving because I wanted, what was the, let's see, let me see if I can feel into it. I wanted to feel supported. And so I was giving to him so that he would feel good, so that then he could support me. And I shared this with him because I was like, I knew why I was like doing that. And then that's because I had this awareness, then I was able to like let go of that pattern and heal and claim all the support that I needed with God. And the mirror exercise really helped me. Like I was not able to see my stuff. I wasn't able to see what I was up to before this. So yeah, let's see, we'll have maybe about 10-ish
We
more
have a
minutes to
question.
questions. Oh, cool.
Yes. Yeah, there's Hannah that say, loving this, I would like to know your answer to how does the feminine give? How do you create a balance of giving and receiving in your union?
Ooh, that's a juicy question. Who'd like to start? Who'd like to respond?
Yeah, so I would say to this, like, follow what feels good and like really be sensitive to your own feelings, because sometimes, especially the divine feminines, we overgive to the other person and it doesn't really feel good when we really feel into it, because it's coming from a place of upset. Like perhaps we want attention, we want validation, we want support, and that's why we're giving to the other person so much. It's what we just talked about. And yeah, it doesn't feel good for anyone. But when we really love the other person from a place that feels good, instead of also doing it because we think we have to, or like this is how you should love a person, because there's some stereotypes about that, then it becomes really balanced and it comes from a place of divine love. And that's when also it will be received better by your twin flame. And this comes back to what Kieran shared in the beginning, like about how he felt pressured, right? It didn't feel good. So yeah, overgiving, it will always like never be received well because of that, because it's coming from a place of upset instead of love.
To answer, thank you for that, Christine. That's true. Like, and the thing you said about how it feels is really key. And I'm still going deeper because, like I just shared, like I'll catch myself overgiving, like after the, but you have a partner to help you to see that. It's your twin flame and God, right? Um, the balance comes from, like you said, like how you feel. And I noticed that, like, if I ask myself, like, does it feel good to give here? I'll have to kind of feel it for a bit, because sometimes my mind can be like, yeah, it feels really good to buy a bunch of gifts and pour them on my twin flame. But that's my mind, that's not my heart. That's like some pattern, right? Um, when you give from your heart, it feels joyful and it feels peaceful. And you know that it feels right. And sometimes, like, I'll learn after the fact that I had attachments. That's okay. For example, um, I've Josh doesn't really like holidays very much, and well, he told me not to give him a Valentine's card, but I was like, I really want to, and I gave him one, and he didn't really want it. So I learned after the fact that even if it felt good to me, if someone else doesn't want to receive it, like I don't need to take that personally. I can write myself a card, right, next time. And the other thing is, like, I don't need to get mad if the divine masculine doesn't want what I have. I think it's really nice how in the book Twin Flames Finding Your Ultimate Lover, in the ninth chapter, in the divine masculine and divine feminine energies, I think it's chapter 9. They say that the feminine is receiving and overflowing. Like it's like you're like radiant in a way, kind of like a flower, like a rose, and then the masculine is like giving and entering. So I really like that um, way to explain the energy there and how you know. So I just want to share something I got. um, Josh made me these. I mean, these are huge cookies. um, anyway, speaking of giving, so yeah.
We got also like nice cookie, by the way. We also got a question from Rashad, if I pronounce it correctly. As a divine feminine in male body, how do I unblock my energy and start to put my energy back into myself? It's becoming harder, learning how to be alone and love me. Well, just do the mirror exercise. Watch Twin Flame Ascension School. That's how you learn how to love yourself. If you already have problem to romance yourself, you can get the Romance Attraction course. That's really cool manner to start with the teaching here about how to love yourself. It's not specific about being a feminine or masculine or the body you have. It's really really about just loving yourself. Doesn't matter the energy you have, really.
Yeah, amen. I think a lot of times there are subtle nuances to divine masculine and divine feminine energies, but like in the book, and Jeff and Shlee talk about this, like, because you and your twin flame are one, like it's mostly about you just loving yourself and being yourself. And as Kieran said in the beginning, like every person is different too. So does anyone else have anything to add?
Yeah, I also caught like the part of the question about like learning to be alone. And it's not about learning to be alone because you're a twin flame. You can never be alone. It's about learning to be with yourself, be with God. And that's the space where you attract your twin flame naturally.
I think that's what is very intimidating for a lot of people, like because you say like alone, but like a lot of people are like, oh, I do the mirror exercise, I'm healing, and now all my relationships are gone, and all these people are gone, and I need to learn how to love myself without being with my twin flame. What that means, I will be alone forever, my whole life, this kind of thing. But you need to learn how to be at peace when you're alone, and that's what you need to learn because majority of people in our society, we are so struggling in like codependency relationship or stuff like that, that we are not fine when we're alone. I mean, I never had problem, but like usually people are not fine when they are alone because they are like, oh, I'm missing something. I need social connection because I'm missing something. But that's not true. That's why like it's fine if you're not with your twin flame right now. It's totally fine. That doesn't mean that your union is not progressing because it's progressing when you heal yourself within yourself. The physical thing has nothing to do with that. And in fact, just if I to share something, I got in Harmonious Union. It was in March 2020, and I met my twin flame or talked with my twin flame for the first time the day before. So that has nothing to do with like stuff happening in the physical. You can get Harmonious Union even without knowing your twin flame like I did.
That's beautiful. And I like what you said, to Rashad, like how it's really about like learning to love yourself. And I think you mentioned the Romance Attraction e-course. And that is for both the divine feminine and divine masculine to go deeper and learn like what it really means to love yourself. And like you said, like not be looking to someone else as your source, because that's what codependency is. We can take probably one more question. If anyone has another question to ask in the comments. No? If not, I have some cards, and I think another coach has some cards.
When is the
Christine?
divine masculine coming home?
Oh, is that okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
I
talk
feel
about
like that's
that.
the question everybody. asking.
Right. Well, my experience is when I love myself and stop trying to get love from my twin flame, I get cookies. I get, I get, it reflects back. It's not that I'm not trying to get it. I'm not trying to game the system. It just reflects back.
Yeah, same with me. I feel like once you learn to release attachment to them, naturally you release attachment from needing them, you attract them in your life naturally. And they love that. They love when you're not attached.
Yeah.
We just got a question that is very interesting because it's like, so when you receive from the Divine Masculine, are you actually giving to him? Because you are in the space of receiving, you're just here to receive. Well, the thing is that when you go through a Twin Flame Ascension school, like Jeff and Sheila share that there is no real difference between giving, receiving. It's not like one thing and the other after. No, everything happens in the same place. So when you give, like for example, masculine or feminine, when they give, you receive in the same time. It's more that the divine masculine has more the tendency to have more energy to give to people outside, if I can say, and to all the relationship, to go to people and to give. When the feminine has more the energy to stay in the same place and give there. That's why we can say like the place of the feminine is like home, because it's like, you kind of make it shine and beautiful and you radiate there. Because that's what happened is like what Lizzie shares, like when the feminine receives, she starts shining and she starts radiating, and that's how she gives to the world.
I just grabbed the book here because of what you said here, and I think is really encapsulated in what Jeff and Shalia shared. Where did it go? Okay, there's a good quote. This is from chapter 9. Okay. When the masculine has blocks to loving, the feminine's encouragement can help him return to a place of giving love. When the feminine has blocks to loving, the masculine can help her clear away these blocks by loving her. The communion is a divine miracle and an utterly beautiful creation of God. So, yeah, it was a really juicy question. Well, we have a couple of other comments and questions that we'll address when we're finished with the live. Will be in the comments. We're also going to post a link to the Twin Flames Romance Attraction e-course and Twin Flame Ascension School. And I think, Christine, did you have some cards ready? Would you like to pull a card or two for everybody?
Yes. Yes, I have the Romance Angels over here. I feel like it's very fitting for the occasion because it's very romantic. Like it's always a deck I come back to. So yeah, let me shuffle real quick. And let's see what comes up. Ooh, all right. So that's interesting. You see like the Divine Masculine supporting the Divine Feminine and how surrendered the Divine Feminine looks. The card reads, very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. I feel like this is about like your choice, because that's the only thing that matters on the twin flame journey. Like, are you choosing harmonious union or are you not choosing it? That's what's important ultimately. Because I feel a lot of people look externally like, oh, what is the divine masculine doing? Is he talking to me? Is he committing to me? Is he like a player? Right? And there's too much focus there. And ultimately, that's not moving you towards your harmonious union. What will move you towards that is your choice to enter harmonious union, to heal all your blocks to it, and also your choice to trust God and God through your twin flame.
Thank you. Is there anything else from the panel that you'd like to share to anybody before we close? No. Well, good. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Keep the comments going. Ask a question in the comments no matter when you watch this, and we will answer them for you. This video is also going to be available on the Twin Flames Universe YouTube channel. So if you want to watch it later, if you didn't get a chance to watch it, it will be there. Thank you for coming and get the support that you need. Go to twinflamesuniverse.com, get the free introductory Twin Flame Ascension course, and start to really heal your blocks to love and your blocks to Twin Flame Harmonious Union, Harmonious Twin Flame Union. So we love you very much, and we're here to support you. Have a good day, everybody.